Hey friend, I am Brandon Gustafson. I help first-time assisted living entrepreneurs launch profitable, purpose-driven businesses in 12 months, creating prosperity, purpose, and peace as they're trying to launch their assisted living business. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to kickstart your assisted living business. This is something that I think a lot of people are interested in trying to figure out and how to get started as they are launching their own assisted living businesses. And it's hard. There's a lot of information out there. There's a lot of stuff, and it's not easy to figure all of this stuff out. And so that's what we're going to be talking about in today's video, is how to kickstart that, and some fun, exciting things that I have coming up soon that are going to help you do just that, help you launch your own assisted living business. So really excited to get into that with you today. Yeah, I want to remind you also, go grab the free, go to assistedlivinginvesting.net. I've got a bunch of free resources over there for you to help you out as you're trying to launch your assisted living business, and help you make progress as you're trying to move things along. So that's, again, assistedlivinginvesting.net. Go check that out, and that'll help you out as you're on your assisted living journey and trying to launch your assisted living business. I'm using different streaming software today, so we're trying something new here. How to kickstart your assisted living business. We're Sorry, I'm all flustered. This is all backwards for me. So there we go. Okay, confusion. Confusion, like the start of this video. It's something that I think a lot of you deal with. I talk to a lot of you that are trying to get started. You know you want to do assisted living, but you're just confused. You don't know, you're not sure how or where to get started. You're just confused. You don't even know how to get started. You need help figuring out funding. I hear that all the time, and licensing is confusing. Those are the big three things that I hear from people as they're trying to get into this, that they don't know how to do. They don't know where to get started. They need help figuring out funding, and the licensing process is confusing. If that's you, like the video, first off, but if it's you, type in the thing that is a struggle for you. Like, what is it that for you has been it's been difficult, and you're trying to figure things out, and you just don't know how to move through things, and it's hard and it's confusing. Type those things down below in the comments, especially if it is funding or licensing. I want to hear from you, because and I want to know specifically what's going on for you that makes it difficult, that is making it really hard for you to launch your assisted living business. Because I want to help you and make sure that you know what you can do to simplify this, and that's what we're going to talk a little bit about today, is how to do this and the process that I can teach you with, and as you're trying to launch your assisted living business. Let's talk about something that I think is really important for you to do, and that's starting with why. I don't know if any of you have ever read the book, Start with Why by Simon Sinek. It's a great book, and he teaches us that when we know why we're doing something, it makes it a lot easier for us to progress. And in the book, Man's Search for Meaning, there's a quote in there as well that he talks about how when when we know our why, we can bear anyhow. I'm paraphrasing a little bit, but when we know why we're going to do something, when we're progressing towards it, it makes it a lot easier for us to actually reach our goals and reach our full potential, and do the things that we're trying to do, as we're trying to be successful. And that's something I want you to just kind of pay attention to. So, as you're getting into assisted living, why? Why assisted living? Share it down in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. But why is assisted living the thing that you want to do? Is it because of a past experience with a loved one, good or bad? Is it something that you foresee coming up? Is it because you see the opportunity for this being a profitable business? What's your why for wanting to do assisted living? You got to really solidify that. It's going to help you make some good progress. And once you do that, then you can start creating this vision for where you want this to go, and how you want this to be successful. What that's all going to look like, what that's all going to look like for you. Creating that vision and really solidifying it in your mind is really going to allow you to make some good progress and help you reach your ultimate goals. I also encourage you to get clarity on what you want to do. The reason why you should be doing it, this why, and getting this vision is it gives you clarity, and then you got to fill in the confidence by learning the ways that you're going to get into that, and how you're going to progress. And I call that when you have this really good cross function of clarity and confidence, you get into what I call the focus zone, and that's going to allow you to be successful, to know what you need to be doing, to act with purpose, and to really make progress towards launching your assisted living business. I go through that actually in the Roadmap Challenge. If you want to check that out, go to roadmapchallenge.com. We'll have links down below for it. But we have challenges going on all the time. Would love to have you in there. But I talk really in depth in that challenge about the crossroads between clarity and confidence, and getting into the focus zone, and how it's going to allow you to make some progress. If you'd like to learn a little bit more about the focus zone, type in zone down below, and I could probably do a video specifically on that, what the focus zone is and how you get into that zone to help you launch your assisted living business. Next thing I want to teach you as you're trying to kickstart your assisted living business is you have to understand the numbers. And this doesn't mean that you have to understand all of the numbers. There's just certain numbers that you need to understand before you get into this, and don't rush into something and make a horrible financial decision with it. When it comes to this, that's what I would call underwriting, right? So if you go to assistedlivinginvesting.net, in the big blue box in the top right corner on the website, you're going to see my free underwriting calculator. Go grab that. It's going to help you out to learn the underwriting process and see if something's going to be profitable. So make sure you go and grab that. But in addition to that, something I want you to understand is there are 5 main expenses. These 5 expenses take up 80 to 90% of what you of your operational expenses in running an assisted living business. I call them the wifed expenses because you're married to them long term. Like they're going to exist inside of running this assisted living business the entire time that you own the business. WIFT is an acronym. It stands for wages, which is 50 to 70% of your expenses. So if you can hone in on that, you're in a really good spot. So your wages, you have your insurance, so it's going to be your property, your liability, and your workers' comp insurance. You're going to have food, that's the F. So how much food how much food you got to buy for your residents and the food-related expenses. E is for energy, which is your utilities, so your internet, your television, the gas, power, electrical, and your waste. So those things are going to be a part of that energy part of the expenses. And then D is for debt service. This is going to be your house payment, your mortgage payment, your rent, whatever goes into that. If you can figure out those 5 expenses, the wifed expenses, you're going to be so much further along than anybody else in understanding if this is going to be profitable for you or not. We actually go through that in the Roadmap Challenge and how to actually do that and back your way into those numbers. And when you're buying an existing facility, those are the 5 things you want to make sure are there, and make sure that they are kind of honed in and you know what to expect as you're looking into those. When you do that, it makes your life so much easier as you're trying to see if something's going to be profitable. Okay, so you need to understand the numbers, and this isn't understanding all the numbers, not understanding P&Ls and balance sheets and all the things that an accountant can look at for you. If you understand those, it's great. I'd encourage you to learn how to do it. But if you can figure out the 5 expenses, it's going to make your life so much easier to see if this is going to be profitable for you or not in your situation. Next is going to be finding the right property. And now, when it comes to finding the right property, there are 4 different models in my mind. There is renting, leasing a place, and turning it into assisted living. There's buying a house and converting it into assisted living. There's buying an existing facility, which is what I did as I started on my path to launching, starting my assisted living businesses back in 2020, or building something from the ground up. And you have to try to figure out which of those models is going to work best for you, because each person is going to be different for them. Inside the challenge, we actually go through a framework where I give you a little quiz to help you figure out which of those might be the best fit for you. But really, it's going to come down to what are your goals? What are you trying to shoot for from an impact standpoint, from a time standpoint, the time freedom that you're getting, and also the income earning potential that you want to create with this business. So you want to really kind of hone in on what are my goals there, which of these options is going to help me get there, And then you start looking into doing market research to figure out which of all the markets out there are going to best help me fit that and reach that potential. We actually did our updated version of the market research guide where I do a lot of this market research for you. You can get access to that at the Launchpad bundle, assistedlivinginvesting.net/launchpad. And then if you also want some help with figuring out which of these options, specifically buying a home and converting it and buying an existing facility might be best for you, I've got a free tool online. If you go to assistedlivinginvesting.net/profit path, you can go grab that free tool as well. That's going to help you out as you're trying to, move things along and make these decisions. But once you have decided which of these paths you're going to go down, which of them is a better fit for you, and what your goals are, it's going to simplify the process for how you're going to get started. And it's going to allow you to be a lot more successful because you're going down this one single path, and that's going to really help you reach your goals. Okay. Next is the barriers. These are the big barriers that I hear from people. You need to figure out how to circumvent these. And I've got to be honest with you, they're not as hard as you might think they are, but they feel overwhelming. They feel heavy. They feel hard to navigate. And I get that. I really do. But it's something that I think that you'll be able to really navigate and figure out how to do all these things. It just takes a little bit of time as you get going. Okay. So with that, the things that you want to really be focusing on are your funding options, understanding what those options are. Are you going to go SBA? Are you going to go conventional? Are you going to get hard money? Are you going to need a construction loan? What if you don't have money for a down payment? Do you need to create partnerships? How are you going to use other people's money? What's that going to look like? When it comes to licensing, it's understanding where to go to find the licensing process in your state and how to fill out those applications. And we go through all of that actually in the Roadmap Challenge as well. So go check it out, roadmapchallenge.com. It's going to help you as you're trying to just figure all of these things out. I've coached dozens of people into securing funding, hundreds of thousands of dollars. I've done it myself. I've secured $1.5 million in SBA funding for my own businesses. And so I know the process. I know how to do it. I know how to help you make progress and get to where you are going as you're trying to launch your assisted living business. And we go through that in the challenge. Also, when it comes to licensing, it's just a matter, really, at its core, you got to find the right place that's going to do the licensing for you. And when you do that, it all of a sudden becomes a lot more clear as you're getting into this. Okay. So that's what you're going to do there. You need to create a roadmap. In there, you're going to get the clarity. I've been talking a little bit about the roadmap challenge, right? In there, we're going to give you the clarity on the things that you need to be doing, the things you need to be focusing on, how to remove some of those barriers so that you know which path you're going to go down. And when you have that clarity and that roadmap for where you're going to go, it makes your life that much easier. It makes it so much more fun because you know what you're doing. It simplifies the process. You have clarity on where you're going to go. Also, inside the challenge, we help you build confidence, help you know, okay, I know which direction I'm going to go on the type of property I'm going to select. I know what type of funding option I want to pursue and how I'm going to do that and how I'm going to build the relationships to help me get that. And then it all comes back to focus. I talked about the focus zone. Focus is actually another acronym. I call it my focus framework. It is the process of launching an assisted living business, my 5-phase framework. First is foundation. Foundation first. You got to build that. Next is optimal property selection. Then it's capital and funding. Understanding the rules and regulations, and having a strategic launch. That's the 5-phase process for helping you make some progress to get to where you want to go. It all starts with building a roadmap and knowing what direction you're going to go, how you're going to get there. And when you have those things in place, it makes your life that much easier as you're trying to move things along. So encourage you to go check that out. You can do that at theroadmapchallenge.com. I would love to have you in here. This is something we are starting to do on a regular basis. So make sure you check out the website for the most current version of this that's coming up. We have one coming up in just a few weeks. And so I would love to have you in there to help you build the roadmap that you need so that you can kickstart your assisted living business and start making the progress that you want to make. We have two options in there. One is general admission. This is by the way, it's a week long challenge, hour per day. It's live. You're going to have me teaching you, interacting with you, and helping you along your path and helping you build your roadmap that's specific to you. I've got workbooks and it's just going to be incredible. I'm super excited for it. And then if you want some extra time and attention and get your questions answered, we have our VIP session as well, which is also throughout the entire week. You just come an hour early and you get time with me to ask me whatever questions you have as you're trying to do this. VIPs will also get all the recordings for the week, for the entire week. So you're gonna get extra time with the recordings if you can't make it live. So you're going to get answers to your questions and help you make things along. There's a community, like it's going to be, I'm super excited for it. It's going to be incredible to help you get there. Make sure you go check it out. It's roadmapchallenge.com and see which of those options is going to be best for you. And if one of those options is just not going to make it for you this time, you can't make it live, you can't afford it, and I've made this super affordable, so make sure you go check it out because it is not expensive to get in there and work with me. I charge people $15,000 a year to work with me, and to help them move along their journey towards launching their assisted living business. This is a fraction of that. So make sure you go check this out. But if you can't afford it, doesn't work for you, timing's not right, whatever, make sure you go check out the book as well. thealibook.com. We have the Profitable Assisted Living Business. Would love to help you out through the book as well. There's a bunch of free resources in there to help you kickstart your assisted living business as you're going through things. I want to thank you for watching and for struggling with me at the beginning of the video with all the kind of technical issues. If you made it through to the end, make sure you like the video, subscribe, and ring the bell as well so you get notified every time we put out content like this. We go live on Tuesdays, which is today. We put out content on Thursdays as well. We're putting things out into our we're putting things out into Facebook and Instagram and all of the places as well to help you as you're trying to launch your assisted living business. It's something I absolutely love doing and would love to help you out with that. Curious about assisted living, but not sure how to get started? I help first-time assisted living entrepreneurs launch profitable, purpose-driven businesses in 12 months, creating prosperity, purpose, and peace. And I love coaching people. I would love to have you in the challenge. And I want to remind you that it doesn't take a lot, just a little bit. Just keep going step by step by step. And I promise you, if you do and you are consistent and persistent, you are going to be successful. Thanks for watching and have a great day.